riders coming, hoofbeats on the ground. I hear the riders coming, I won't make a sound. I see them in the distance, shadows in the night. They look for Captain Moonlight, but the captain took to flight. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. I'm living free. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. They're always out looking for me, looking for me. I hear the riders coming, camp gear all around. I hear the riders coming, but I won't make a sound. I watch them in the distance, slowly light their fire, hobbling their horses just to a piece of wire. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. I'm living free. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. But they're always out looking for me, looking for me. I watch the riders sleeping, they've slowly burnt their fire. I'm checking out their horses, each by that piece of wire. I quickly take their best one and shoo the mob away. Then ride into the distance, yeah, the captain rides today. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. I'm living free. Where I go, there ain't nobody knows where I go. But they're always out looking for me, looking for me.
And that was Peter Smokie Dawson with Captain Moonlight. And on the phone from, I don't know, where are you, Smoke?
Well, I'm down at Jervis Bay, Pete. I've been living down here for 30 years and it's a great spot. And sun's been shining all day and we didn't get rain today, so there you go.
Very nice, very nice.
Local weather update. No, beautiful to be down here and just got home from doing a big trip. So
yeah, you were up at the Clarence Valley Music Festival, weren't you?
Yeah, I've just done 6 shows in a month and a half. So, from Lots on the Hill, We Wore Cotton Festival, Tarera, Texas Country Music and Munna Creek and the Clarence Valley. So, yeah, good to be home.
Very good. All right, now, give us a bit of background on Peter Smokie Dawson.
Okay, well, as a rugrat kid, I grew up in Tamworth. I grew up on the Peel River, on the Nundle Road, heading out of town. And was at the very first country music 48 years ago as a little kid and clearly remember it. So I spent 30 years of my life fixing cars in the motor trade and been a windscreen fitter and had O'Brien's workshop down here at Nowra for 17 years on the highway. And till one day I had a workplace accident and fell off the side of a four-wheel drive and changed my life. And when I realised that life was going on again, I picked up the guitar and showed back in Tamworth. I think it was 2009 was the first time, or 2010 I went back to Tamworth and started singing my own songs, Pete, and I enjoyed singing my own songs, and I've gone on to record. I've got a new album just come out recently, and you've just heard Captain Moonlight. So,
and what's that album called?
Say that again.
What's that album called?
That album's called The Reason, and I think we've all got a reason why we do something, and my reason for my music, well, you're going to hear it if you play one of my songs there called Stanley and Slim.
Yep, we'll play that soon.
You'll get to hear the reason why I've chosen country music and why country music's probably chosen me, because I just grew up with it and loved it all my life, and I love getting back to Tamworth. I'll be back up there in January, running the walk-up busking spot again in the main street.
Yep.
Everyone's quite welcome to come and, join in. I bring instruments and you bring a song. That's the idea. If you've got a song in you, come and sing it. And if you've got a CD, bring it as well, because you never know, somebody else might want to take you home as well.
Well, that's what everyone, all the artists that go to Tamworth, that's what they hope.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's an interesting way, because we write songs. I would like to write traditional country songs, and I've got a bit of a mix with some of the newer songs on my new album as well, but I still think that we've got a beautiful story here in Australia to tell, and it's about the town that somebody else lives in. We just got to firstly get to that town and understand why they moved there, and what our history in Australia means. And, we can tell a modern story, but we're still based on a traditional background. So now, that's my take on it, I suppose. So.
No problems. All right, well, give us a bit of a rundown on, we've played Captain Moonlight, and we'll come up to Stanley and Slim once we finish the interview. But what's Captain Moonlight about?
Okay, well, Captain Moonlight's one of our notorious bush rangers. And not many people have done a lot of research on him, but he was a bit of a rebel in his time. And when he was put to death in Sydney, he'd had a dying wish that he'd be buried with his gang. And one of the rare people in Australia to actually have his bones reconsumed after he died and taken back down, I think, to Ballarat, to where his all his gang were, and they put his bones back down with his gang. So it's a very interesting story, and and then he snuck in and he snuck out, and so I've tried to capture the essence of him in a ballad, and I don't know that we've got too many songs about Captain Moonlight. So.
That's the first I've ever heard, mate. So
there you go.
And Chris said the same as well.
That's me, Pete. I try to find something that's interesting, and it fits every a lot of different people's lives, the stories, and different people hear a different song and they relate to it. Like I just know on my previous album, All the Rivers in Between, that there's a song there called Breaking in Brumbies, and I've talked to a lot of musos and they say, you're telling the story about my life. And I think we have a common love for horses and, the working of horses, but as a muso, we like to be on the road as well. So that's going back to another album that I've already got out, Pete. But on this new one, The Reason, we got 12 original tracks.
Yep.
And I've had Lindsay Waddington produce the work for me. He's done a great job. We've taken a different approach. We've got some out there on Spotify, I think, now. It's a bit new for me. I'm a bit old school, but my darling wife has helped me to get it out there so the public can grab hold of what we got. Or catch me at a show. That's probably where I'm going to be. Like I said, I've just done 6 in the last couple of little whiles, and yeah.
Well, that's the way I like to to put it out to the public is, we want the artist, we want them to buy from the artist, not from Spotify or iTunes or whatever. We want people to buy physical CDs or physical merch and go, get it from the artist, so the artist is getting paid for it. That's what we're all. That's what I'm all about here at My Country Australia. So.
That's it. But keeping live music alive is the biggest thing, because what we've got is something that, if we start losing it now, how far do we take it before we try to get it back?
Well, that's it.
We don't want to lose it at all. Let's just keep it going and support your local venues, support your local artists is what I believe in. And get out there and do it. Get out there and sing your songs and write a song.
That's it.
I think that's important, write a song.
Very much so. All right, now, the song we're going to play very, very shortly, Stanley and Slim. Of course, about...
Two real characters here in Australia.
Yep.
And great mentors of songwriting, Stanley Costa and Slim Dusty, David Gordon Kirkpatrick. So to have those two guys, to me, somebody once said to me, Pete, why do you love your country music so much? And you're going to hear that's the reason. That's my answer. Mm-hmm. And it's Stanley and Slim. So okay. I hope you enjoy the song. So.
Yep, we will very, very shortly. Now, you talked about Tamworth coming up. What else you got coming up?
Well, I'm home now, and I'll probably be home until Tamworth.
Yep.
We got Bungendore Country Music straight after Tamworth. I'll be at that one. Tarera Country Music in March. In May, I do a tag-along to Music in the Mulga, which is out western Queensland.
Yep.
And you'll hear a song on my new album called Music in the Mulga. It's about that country show. And after that, I think we got Kiama Loves Country in June, which is still in my local area. Mm-hmm. And rolling on to August, September, we got Texas Country Music, Lights on the Hill again. October brings around to this time of year again. So it all comes back to Tamworth, I reckon, Pete. That's where we all end up, back in Tamworth. And somewhere in that mix, and probably maybe even drop in there in July for Hats Off for Country Music as well.
Yep.
So
no problem. Now, if people want to buy your album and they like what they're hearing tonight, how they know they can get it from a show, but if they can't get to a show and they don't want to buy it off Spotify because we don't like that.
Please, yeah.
How do they purchase it from you?
Tag me on Facebook. I'm pretty approachable on Facebook.
Yep.
We can send it anywhere in Australia. There's $3.55 postage and handling anywhere in Australia.
Yep.
And so for $25, the new album, I think it works at $28.55, and we can get that out to you. Direct deposit back into my account. Just need your address, and we can post them off.
Yep, no problems.
And look, I reckon Australia Post isn't too bad. You've maybe got a week and a half to wait some places.
Some places, yeah.
Yeah.
And folks, if you like what you hear and you do, you can also tag me in on My Country Australia's Facebook page, or you can send me a message through the My Country Australia's webpage, and I can pass that on to Pete as well, so we can get that album being sold.
Mate, that'd be legendary. And anybody, please get behind live music and independent artists. We need your support. Please show up at gigs. We need good audiences and enjoy the music. I think that's the reason we try to write. I try to write anyway, more of a traditional song. So I hope you enjoy Stanley and Slim. It means a lot to me.
All right, mate. Well, look, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Peter.
No problems.
And all your listeners out there, enjoy the music, and we'll see you somewhere around this beautiful garden that we live in Australia.
No problems, mate. All right, folks, this is Peter Smokie Dawson and Stanley and Slim.
You ask me why I play my country music. You wonder why I show up every year to all those country shows and outback rodeos. I reckon it's a thing that I love dear. Just like Stanley and Slim, that's the reason why I sing. That's the reason why I play this old guitar. That's the reason I'm out there in the wild Australian air. That's the reason Stanley and Slim. Yeah, well, everywhere I go to those outback country shows reminds me of the travelling days gone by, with balls of roly-poly and a purple old fair lane, a caravan with Slim's name on the side. There's posters and there's banners and there's reasons why we play. It's the outback towns and country folk that lead you back that way. So when people ask me, Smokie, what's the reason that you sing? I'll tell you boys, it's Stanley and Slim. Just like Stanley and Slim, that's the reason that I sing. That's the reason that I play this old guitar. That's the reason I'm out there in the wild Australian air. That's the reason, Stanley and Slim. Now that's the reason that I sing. It's Stanley and Slim. Yeah, that's the reason that I sing. Stanley and Slim. 'Cause that's the reason that I sing. Stanley and Slim.